India is currently marching towards Viksit Bharat 2047. Hello everyone, my name is Nishi Shah and I'm pursuing electrical engineering at IIT Gandhinagar here in India. When was the last time you carried physical cash? For many of us in this room, digital governance and the India stack have become almost invisible. It's something we use every day without a conscious thought. Everything from our currency to our credentials exist in the palm of our hand. Moving to India in 2013 from the United States, I saw a country on the brink of a massive shift. And having seen both environments, I think I have a unique lens through which to observe India's rapid transformation over the past decade. I remember my own initiation to the India stack. I was 17, just starting university, when someone asked me, "Will you pay by UPI?" At the time, I didn't even know what it stood for. But today, whether it's paying a few rupees for chai or lakhs for a college tuition, UPI makes transactions instant and effortless. The idea that my phone could be my wallet then felt like science fiction. But today, it feels like a basic human right. India is currently marching towards Viksit Bharat 2047, a vision of a fully developed nation. And the engine of this dream is our digital public infrastructure, DPI. We have Aadhaar, which provides identity to over 1.3 billion people. And we have UPI, which, as of early 2026, handles about 20 billion transactions a month. We have BharatNet, which has connected 2 lakh gram panchayats with optical fiber. Digital governance, it touches many lives. It's the elderly man whose pension is linked to Aadhaar. It's the young professional who's sending money home to her parents through UPI. Or even the forgetful high schooler who left their ID card at home but can pull up their documents instantly through DigiLocker. But as a 21-year-old woman living in an urban city from a middle-class background, I realized that my normal could be someone else's extraordinary. Think of a woman in a small village in Odisha. Statistics tell us that while 95% of urban Indians are connected, rural internet penetration is still lower, about 45 to 50%. But there is a deeper, more silent divide, the gender gap. Recent data tells us that while smartphone usage is high, only 56% of Indian women actually have their own device. In many rural households, there is one family phone, and it stays with the male head of the house. For a woman in Odisha, digital governance isn't just a tap on a screen, it's a literacy barrier. If she only speaks Odia and the app defaults to English, she's excluded. It's a connectivity barrier, and if her biometric thumbprint doesn't scan at a ration shop due to a poor network, she goes hungry. It's a safety barrier. And as digital adoption grows, so does digital fraud. Without digital literacy, the most vulnerable are the first to be targeted. So we must ask ourselves, is our Vikas, our development, reaching everyone equally? If digital access depends on your gender, on your geography, or your caste, we haven't really created a digital India, but we've created a digital elite. True Viksit Bharat cannot be a country where the last mile is an afterthought. It has to be the starting point. And so as I sit here today, I am proud of how far we've come. But the job isn't done when the fiber optic cable reaches the village. It's done when the woman in that village has the device, the data, and the digital confidence to use it as freely as I do. The vision of 2047 is within reach, but only if we ensure that Digital India is a question with one answer. Digital India for all. Thank you.